Test 1 2. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rice and Beans. This is the live YouTube broadcast. This is the first time we're trying something like this, so I figured I'd be the guinea pig and go ahead and test this out. So today, what we're going to do is a little question and answer and review of one of the dispensaries that I frequent and have been doing so for the last couple of years. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with that. So the dispensary is called Whittier Daily Greens, and it is located in Whittier, California, on Whittier Boulevard, close to Norwalk Boulevard, right next to Taco Bell. Do not park in the Taco Bell parking lot. You will get towed. And there's signs to remind you of that if you forget. Now, been going there for a couple of years, and I haven't had any bad experiences that I can recall off the top of my head. So, hopefully that's going to work out the same way for you. I would avoid if you really want to try to take advantage of this shop. They do have some pretty good high end stuff. I would recommend starting with the connoisseur or private reserve shelf. I picked up a here it is. Sorry, it is a pineapple sage. Is the last pickup that I made recently, and thank you to Bud Tender Haley for the recommendation. It's been good so far. It's got a fresh taste, kind of earthy, kind of piney, but it does have a sweet, almost pineapple-y aftertaste. So not too huge on the sweetness, but it is a little sweet. It doesn't. It's not very harsh. You can tell that a lot of love and attention went into this product. Uh, there is almost no burn. It's a very smooth smoke. The onset was a little delayed in terms of at least the way I like it. It's a little longer than I had anticipated. This one was about a 12-minute onset. Most of the flowers that I'm used to smoking are between a 5 and a 6 minute onset. So, by definition, I guess you would call this one creeper. Either way, it's still a good smoke. It lasts for about 40 to 45 minutes, depending on how much you're doing. I smoke when I do these reviews and these tastings. I use a clean bowl. I use a 420 cleaner to clean all of my pipes and bongs. And I do start off with a clean bowl, clean screen. I buy my screens in bulk, so I know these little guys. I don't know if you can see them. Generally run maybe $5 for three. Go on Amazon and spend $7 and get yourself a 100 count. And so every time you pack a bowl or you want to taste, the freshness and get a clean bowl. No point in putting a dirty screen in there. So you have your armada at your hand. So again, I use clean bowl, clean screen, and I'm also using hemp wick so that I do get the full flavor of the buds, and I make sure that I don't get any of that chemical taste that's associated with using lighters. If you have to use a lighter, I do recommend spending 50 cents more and getting the big ones. The cheap plastic ones tend to leave more of a chemically taste on your buds, and it's not something you really want. You want to enjoy the full flavor of these buds, especially this pineapple sage one. Again, Haley, thanks for the recommendation. This one's been great. Stop in Whittier Daily Greens. They have all kinds of deals. Like I said, I've been going there for about 2 years now, and I've only maybe gotten two things that I was dissatisfied with. But in 2 years, two times, that's a pretty good ratio. So stop by. I also did pick up a hash bullet, and I got that for $10. And the hash bullet is very strong. It's just hash in a joint, and it is a pre roll. They do have it. The packaging is also very nice. Let me get that out for you so you can take a look at it. And excuse me. And so we have the indica hash bullet, the at least the packaging for it. I did sample this already. The onset for this one is right in my wheelhouse. We're talking about a 3 minute onset, if that. this is something that you can toke on and leave for a little bit later and then come back and toke some more. Or if you're really trying to get there in a hurry, go ahead and smoke the whole thing if you don't pass out or choke first. I'm just kidding. It's not very harsh. It's actually really good in terms of pre rolls. I've had pre rolls before that were pretty harsh. Either the paper or just what went into it made it a little bit difficult to smoke. Not that I'm a quitter. Mama didn't raise no quitter. But it was a little harsher than what I've actually smoked here, which was very good. They also carry, and I believe these are $15. These are called mini death rockets, and I don't know if you can see that or not. If not, I'll go ahead and take a picture and put it up on the site so you guys can check that out. And it'll be in my review section, which you're gonna see during season 2. See, this is the downfall of live broadcasting, when you get to edit versus when you don't. So I'm trying not to fuck up here. But anyways, so that was the review that I had for Whittier Daily Greens, and I'm going to be doing more. There are other dispensaries that I do frequent, so in time I will be adding those into the rotation, and do look for reviews coming from me as well as coming from Jasmine, who also is another connoisseur. In addition, although Fuck Checker doesn't like talking on the show, and has repeatedly told us that she will not be talking on the show, she has offered to give her reviews and her feedback as well. You'll have to read those, or one of us will go ahead and read it to you. Either way, she is going to have more input during season 2, and so are the rest of the cast. We're going to have more specialized segments that are more geared towards things that we like, things that we're good at. We actually discussed maybe a hidden talent show for the cast during a brainstorm session that we had not too long ago, and I'm actually kind of interested in that one. I do know that the other members of the cast do have some hidden talents. As well as I know them, they surprise me on a near daily basis. So both in a good way and in a what the fuck kind of way. But with the what the fuck kind of way makes for a pretty good show. You've been listening so far, and the feedback that we've been getting is really good. You hear us talk about if you have questions, if you have suggestions that stuff that you'd like to hear on the show, questions that you just have for us. Go ahead and send them in. And so I know we haven't gotten around to it, and I do apologize. We are trying to get everything together that we need, and make sure that we put on a good show for you weekly. And one of these days we're going to have a behind the scenes. I'll probably be running that one. Maybe have Cookie sit in with me for some comedic relief. But today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting to some of these emails. There were quite a few that came in, which is a good thing. It means people are listening, and I can't begin to tell you how happy that makes us. We don't make any money off of the show, if you don't already know. We do this just because we enjoy it. We're not looking to make a ton of cash off of this. If it happens, we're not stupid. We're not gonna, or ungracious. We're not gonna turn it down. But that's not the main point. The main point is we enjoy being here for you guys every week, and we hope you enjoy being here with us and spending an hour of your time with us. So I'm gonna go ahead and start reading some of these questions here that I've received via email. I'm not gonna be able to get to the ones that were addressed to Jasmine and to Cookie, and there were quite a few that were addressed to Pepper as well. But I think what I'm gonna have them do is just maybe come on, do like this, and respond to the emails that we're getting. Just so that you guys know, we are looking, we are reading them, and we didn't reply to them via email because we wanted to do something kind of like this, where it was more getting it straight from the horse's mouth versus kind of just having to read it on the screen and that kind of thing. Blah blah blah, yada yada yada. You're special. All right, kids, here we go. So the first one is a suggestion. and it is why don't you jump up your own ass and die? Well, if I was that flexible kid, I'd already be on TV. But thanks for thanks for sending that in. That was awesome. I'm gonna definitely share this with the rest of the cast. I'm glad you're a fan of Archer. I am too. I love that show, and I hope they do season 8. Moving on. So we have another letter here from. This one is coming from a listener in Tennessee. And she writes in, Jester, I noticed that you do a lot of talking on the show. Is that on purpose, or is that just because you're long winded? Haha, just kidding. But really, why do you talk so much? Well, how dare you, madam? Well, here's the thing. We each play a different kind of role on the show. Me, personally, I'm the narrator. So that's why you hear me talking a lot. I introduce the segments. But if you notice, during the segments, I kind of tend to back off and shut the fuck up a little bit, and let the rest of the cast, get in and chime in on, their feelings and their take on certain topics. Yes, there are games where all of us have to answer, and so yes, I will be talking during those. But for the most part, I'm really just narrating kind of what's going on and making sure that we stay on topic to an extent. It's unscripted, so we do tend to kind of just go off a little bit here and there on random tangents, but I try to wrangle everybody back in. So that's kind of my role in the group. I'm also the one that does the majority of the mixing and recording and all that good stuff. The guys and I'm talking about the band that I'm in, actually wrote the theme song that you hear every week. And as season 2 comes around, there is going to be a modification to that song, where that was an unfinished recording that we wanted to use, so that we did have the basis for our theme that we're going to be using going forward. So we decided to introduce it a little bit early. And with season 2, we're going to be showing you the finished product. I'll also go ahead and probably at the end of the first show for the second season, let you hear the song in its entirety, which is something we don't normally do, just because it is about a 4-minute song, and we just don't want it to drag on. You're already giving us an hour of your time, so we appreciate it. Anyways, so let's get on to the next one, and the next one is coming from right here in Los Angeles, Johnny. I'm a big fan of the show. I like what you guys do. Well, thank you, Johnny. We appreciate you. It seems like people play different roles. That's funny. We were just talking about that. Sorry. Seems like people play different roles on the show. Can you explain the dynamic of the show more for newer listeners? Sure. Why the fuck not? Right? Okay. So you heard me talk about me already. I'm the narrator, and I kind of just steer the ship and make sure that we stay on course and stay on topic. Cookie is our comedic relief. He is definitely the funniest one of the group, and I'm pretty sure that goes without saying. He's very well versed in movie quotes, sarcasm, music, pop culture. He's very well rounded and a very smart guy, and that's why he's able to, pretty much poke fun of everything, a little bit of everything here and there, and he's good at it. He enjoys it. None of us are doing this for money, so it's just us coming in here and doing what we do. Jasmine is more the logical one, and the one that is coming up with a lot of topics. She comes up with the majority of the games that we do play. So I would say Jasmine is the fun, logical one. Also very good at roasting and very good at talking shit, which is fitting because that's kind of what we do here. Pepper. Pepper is our shock and awe. So I would think at least from what I've heard of the shows as I'm editing and reviewing, uh, Pepper does say a lot of shit that's out there and wild and crazy and kind of like one of those what the fuck did she really just say that kind of people. And yeah, just so that you know, Pepper is just like that off air too. She does say a lot of wild shit, and she really does keep us on our toes with the stuff that she asks and the stuff that she says. We're going to be introducing a new game, and it's going to be called Pepper's Drinking Game. And when we're going to air that is when we do the drunk show. For the drunk show, we're going to have two, not just one, but two bartenders in the house. You've already met Mr. Mixit. And for those of you that don't know, there is a Mrs. Mixit who also is bartender. And so they are going to be doing these shows, these drunk shows with us together. So not only can you be jealous that we have our own personal bartender, but now you can be twice as jealous because we are going to have two of our very own bartenders in the studio while we do the podcast for you guys. And something that's going to be different about season 2 as well is that we are going to be having a live broadcast. Unfortunately, it's not, well, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on who you want to look at, it's not going to be filming us. You won't see me, Cookie, Pepper, or Jasmine on the show. However, you will hear us. You'll hear us recording in real time, and you will be seeing our in-house hype men. And so we got a group of guys that have volunteered to come in and be our in-house cheerleaders. Basically, these are people that are fans of the show and have volunteered to be our in-house hype men. So big ups to them, and you will be seeing our hype men coming season 2. Alrighty. So let's get on to the next one. Jester, do you watch sports, and if so, which ones are they, and what are your favorite teams? Jeff in Ontario. All right. Well, Jeff in Ontario. I have been in LA all my life. I was born and raised here. I am an LA Dodgers fan, hardcore. Been since the beginning, and it'll be till the end. I did play baseball for a little bit. Didn't have an extended run in it, but it was fun. And so my baseball team is the Dodgers. Again, I live in LA, and I have a choice of really one team because the other team sucks ass, in my opinion. If you don't like it, as Pepper says, look the other way. I am a Los Angeles Lakers fan. I've been since Pat Riley and Magic were holding it down, and I watched Kobe and Shaq and Phil Jackson hold it down, and now I'm watching the team rebuild, and hopefully we come out strong this year and have a good run at that shot, at least at the playoffs, if nothing else. As far as hockey goes, my team is the Los Angeles Kings. I've been a Kings fan for a very, very, very long time. I think I was probably in 3rd or 4th grade when I discovered hockey, and have been a Kings fan ever since. NFL, football, I did play a little football. I also played a little hockey, and I spent the majority of my time playing basketball, but I do enjoy football as well, and my team is the Chicago Bears. I know it sounds weird. Everybody else that I like is in California except for the Bears. I found football around probably age 5 or 6. I saw Walter Payton run, and from then on, it was Chicago all the way. So we got Mitchell Trubisky this year, and he's been looking really good during the preseason, even beating out Rich Glennon. And hopefully they start the kid, because he's looks like he's ready to hop in there and do some big things. So good luck to the Chicago Bears this year. Come on, boys. Don't let me down. All right. Let's see. Moving on. Jester, you mentioned that you were in a band. Yes. Yes, I think I did. Good catch. How many instruments do you play? Well, how well do you mean? I play a bunch of stuff, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm great at it. I'm okay, I think. Anyways, let me just stop fucking around and answer your question. So I play the drums, I play the guitar, I play the piano. I just recently started trying to, under protest, play the bass. It's just a running joke that the guys and I have. But it's fun. I really enjoy doing music. It's been a great release for me and from the stress of everyday life. I've been through a lot, and I'm still here. And music is a big reason for that. It was a great stress reliever. It was a great way to get my mind off my problems for a while without turning to anything destructive that would harm me in any way or cause me to not be doing so well in life. You know what I mean? So I gotta, there's a special place in my heart for music, and there always will be. As a musician, I respect the hell out of anybody else that's doing music. I might not be a fan of your music, but just the fact that you're a musician, a fellow musician, and working towards a similar goal or just being in it because you just love making music, my hat's off to you. Keep doing your thing. I'm going to keep doing mine, and hopefully we put out some good stuff and cross each other's paths. I've been fortunate to work with a bunch of really good musicians during my career, and I'm looking forward to working with a bunch more. Speaking of musicians that I get a chance to work with, I get a chance to work with rapper DMG from Malicious Intentions, and I'm actually working on an album of his with him, and that's going to be debuting pretty soon. We're going to have him as a guest on Rice and Beans. He's also going to be featured on a couple tracks from the band Chronicles of One, which I am a part of. I also get to work with other rappers like Nexzilla. He's been everywhere. The guy works very very hard. He writes music. He produces beats. He writes his own lyrics. Great rapper. It's somebody else that we're also going to have on the show, and looking forward to it. Maybe we'll get him to do a little something in here, and they can show off a little bit. So, let's see. This next one is from Stephanie in Wisconsin. Hi, Stephanie in Wisconsin. We sometimes hear bongs or about a bong sound effect going off in the background of the show. Is that really a bong? Are you guys really smoking, or is it just for show for the? Oh, okay, I get you. Is it basically just for show? Uh, the lawyers are giving me the finger, but I live in a state where it is legal for me to do so. So when you do hear them going off, yes, they are for real. We do tend to smoke while we're recording. But again, we all have our recs, and we are in a state where it's legal for us to do so. So if you're gonna do it, make sure you're not breaking any laws. We'd love to smoke with you, smoke alongside of us when you're listening to us, or catching the live broadcast. Line them up if you got them. But again, be safe. Don't break any laws. Don't be stupid. We want you around to hear the show. All right. Next is coming from Django in Florida. Cool screen name. Anyways, Django writes, "Are you and Cookie really related, or is this some kind of inside joke that we don't know about?" No, actually, Cookie and I are really related. We are first cousins, like he said. Um, we are first cousins on our dad's side, so our fathers are brothers. So yes, we are related. I We don't have any other relatives that are on the show, with the exception of Fuck Checker, who I'm married to. Um, so yeah, we really are related. I wish there was more of a backstory to it, but I guess our parents being horny and fucking and then spitting out kids 9 months later was it's about as good of backstory you're gonna get. Anyways, moving right along. And this one is a question about why doesn't I'm sorry, I'm trying to scroll through here. Why doesn't Jasmine sound the same way you guys do when you're recording? Well, there's a very good reason for that. And that reason is because there are three of us that sit here in the studio. Pepper, Cookie, and I are here in the Chronicles of One studio, and this is where we record the podcast. Uh, Jasmine comes in via Skype because Jasmine lives in Virginia because her dickhead ass decided to move way in the fuck across the country when there was plenty of apartments out here by where we live. Anyways, um, we we had talked about doing this broadcast. Cookie and I had, anyways, for a couple of months. I talked to Jasmine and I told her, because we were friends, off air, obviously. And the first question out of her mouth is, "Dude, how can I be a part of this?" And I told her, "Well, hey, I'll talk to Cookie and see, what's up." And so we all had our first brainstorming session, and we were all laughing hysterically. It seemed like a really good fit, and so we had same personalities, as you can tell, same kind of sense of humor, and it works. And it's again, the point of the show is uh, we're not gonna cure cancer. We're not gonna, solve the problem of world peace. We're not gonna end world hunger, but we are gonna make you feel at home. We're gonna make you feel like you're part of the group, like you're sitting around with your friends, talking, bullshitting, and really that's the part that we all look forward to every week, is the fact that we get to hang out with our friends and bullshit and sit around and drink and tell war stories and play games and just live life, and we're happy and we like it. So that's why Jasmine sounds different, because she's coming in on Skype and the rest of us are here. Hopefully that answers your question. All right. Jester, you've talked about. Oh, sorry. This is Phil from San Diego. How's it going there, Phil from San Diego? Um, Jester, you've talked about escaping the friend zone. Have you escaped the friend zone with Jasmine or Pepper? No, no, I have not escaped the friend zone with Jasmine or Pepper. It's not that kind of a friendship. Um, I mean, that's about as best as I could put it. It they're the homies, you know what I mean? And like, you don't sleep with the homies. It's just that's not how it works. Um, eh, I wish there was a better explanation other than that, but there really isn't. I mean, it's just not that kind of a friendship. And we've just never gone there. And you've been friends with somebody for X amount of years, and things start to change after a while, and you just kind of like really don't see them that way. You're not into them that way. So if anybody's looking for any kind of drama to unfold, or anybody to like gonna get together or hook up on the show, you can pretty much forget about that shit. Cookie likes dick, just like Jasmine and Pepper do, and I'm not into Pepper or Jasmine in that way. So yeah, we're not hooking up with each other. So don't worry, there's not going to be any Jersey shoring it up in here. Alrighty. Let's go on to the next one. Uh, this is coming from Jeremy in Atlanta. Hello, Jeremy in Atlanta. Um, why doesn't Fuck Checker want to talk on the show? Uh, I don't know. I guess you'd have to ask her. I'll ask her for you. I mean, she just says I don't want to every time I ask her, and I live with her. So if you get a different answer, I'm probably going to be pissed. But whatever. I mean, everybody's good at their thing. Her thing is fact checking, and I'm kind of glad it is because the need for fuck checker comes up quite a bit, and I'm glad we have her. She's very cool. She is very funny. We do have we enjoy having her around during our brainstorming sessions and our pre gaming and helping support the show. She is also a fan of the show, does sit here and listen to them and makes her comments and talks along with the show and plays the games just like a bunch of other people do. So, I don't think you'll be hearing Fuck Checker talk probably ever. Again, not her thing, and, not going to force her to do anything she doesn't want to do, especially because that means I get to sleep on the fucking couch, and you don't have to sleep on the couch, so why the fuck should I? Shame on you. So no more asking Fuck Checker to talk. All right, moving on. And this is Amy in New York. Hello, Amy in New York. It's probably asleep right now. It's late or early, depending on your lifestyle choices. Amy writes in, "Hey guys, I really like the show. You kind of remind me of almost like Loveline, or I don't know if you've heard Heidi or Frosty, Heidi, and Frank." Wow, wow, dude, that's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, I've heard of them. Uh, uh, Frosty, Heidi, and Frank are like one of my favorite morning shows to listen to, and I guess that means you must have been out here on the West Coast at some point because I know they're on KLOS. I don't know if they're coast to coast, but I do know they're a very, very, very funny show, and I do love listening to them. I do sometimes listen to them at night as well. On the I think they have a wrap up or a short night shift, I believe they call it, of the stuff that was on in the morning and their banter and their talking. And again, I'm a really huge fan of their show. I think they're just epic. Their chemistry, the way that they interact with each other, the games that they play. I especially love that they have their drunk show too. It's great. It's a really good show. They were one of the inspirations for Rice and Beans, as far as that dynamic and just that fun atmosphere of talking to your friends and being with your friends and people that you care about and have a good time with, and you really can talk to about anything. And so it's in that spirit that we carried over, to Rice and Beans. Just talking to our friends, having us, interact. And Loveline, wow, that's a huge compliment. Thank you very, very much. That just to be compared to either of those two shows is phenomenal. Um, yes, I've heard of Loveline. I love Loveline. Dr. Drew is great. I listened to it when Ricky Rackman was on. I listened to it when Adam Carolla was on. I These days I've been a little busy at night and haven't been able to chance to catch it as frequently as I had been in the past. But I do enjoy listening to Loveline still, and I hope K Rock keeps that along or keeps that on for a very, very long time to come. Again, just to be compared to shows like those is pretty incredible. They are hilarious people. They put on very, very good shows. And again, thank you very much for the compliment, whether it be intentional or not. All right, going on to the next one. Let's see here. Nope, that one's for Jasmine. That one's for Cookie. Oh, here's one for me. Um, what role? Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting to read these. And this is from Chuck in Minnesota. How's it going there, Chuck? Hopefully you're not getting eaten by mosquitoes. I've been to Minnesota in the summer. And yeah, it sucked. I got bitten a lot. Anyways, what role do you play in your band? I am the frontman. I also do a lot of the recordings. And for right now, until we get a permanent drummer, I am filling in on drums. Sorry, I'm reading the next question. Um, Jester, and this is coming from Rob in just as California. Well, hello, Rob in California, wherever you're at. Hopefully, you're staying cool because it is a nice, warm 95 degrees still where I'm at. It was 105 today. Anyways, getting on to his question, Rob asks, what kind of beer do you usually drink? I've heard you talk about different kind of beers on the show. It seems like you have tasted quite a few. Rob, you are absolutely right. Because of Mr. Mixit, who I do know and hang out with quite extensively off air. I have become more of a beer connoisseur than I ever thought I would be. He's shown me a lot of different beers, a lot of different styles. I'm not huge on IPA. I will drink it. I do enjoy some, but it's not my beer of preference. Now, Belgium ales, I do like a lot, but right now, I'm always trying to lose weight, but hey, fuck it, whatever. Belgium ale's good, but the ones that I drink are pretty filling, and so it's either eat a tiny bit just so I don't get wasted when trying to drink one, or eat a meal and only have room for like maybe a glass because they're very heavy. At least the ones that I've had, and they do kind of sit with you. So let's see. I gravitate more towards dark beer. I do enjoy imperial stouts. Russian imperial stouts are my favorite. I do like a good flavor and a very strong beer. So I usually go with a stout. I will have some recommendations, and I actually do have a buddy of mine that is a huge beer connoisseur and even a brewer, and I'm gonna try to get him on the show as well. Very funny guy, very cool dude. Met him at one of the jobs I used to work at. Very big in anime, and he also has a YouTube channel and a Facebook page where he does mix his anime stuff in with the beer, and gives a good backstory of it, gives a very good explanation of the beer, and he can tell you where you can find some of this stuff, both on the East and West Coast. So we'll try to get him on the show as well. Okay, going down to the next one. This is Jenny from Los Angeles. Jenny from Los Angeles writes, I don't know if I believe you that you had a foursome with three women. Is there anybody that can confirm? Uh, well, there's three people that can confirm, but I'm not going to put you in touch with them. I guess you're just going to have to take my word for it. We don't name drop here on the show, and I'm definitely not going to be dropping those names, especially because, hey, who knows, they might be listening. Um, but besides that, just kind of a matter of respecting people's privacy. And not that, I'm trying to hide it, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure if you're one of the women in a foursome that you wouldn't want that broadcast all over the internet. But just yes, the stuff that I talk about on the show has actually happened to me, and yeah, I mean, take it or leave it, but that's how it goes. I did have a foursome; it was great. If you can, I highly recommend it, and it's not really as scary as everybody kind of makes it out to be. It was very fun if you're into that kind of thing. All right, moving on. Is there more of a backstory? Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting to see live broadcast. Usually, I could just edit this crap out and start over, and not this time. But I get better. I'll get better. Anyways, let's see. Sam in Hawaii. Wow, cool. Sam in Hawaii writes, "Is there more of a backstory to the way you guys met?" Um, well, uh, I'm not really sure what you mean by like a backstory. I mean, I kind of do, but okay, here goes. Fuck it. I'll take it from the top. So, as I already stated, Cookie and I are family, so we've known each other all our lives. I am older than Cookie by 4 years, so I was here first. Uh, and so that's basically all you need to know about that. We actually are related and have been for quite some time. Uh, Pepper. Pepper, I met as a little kid in kindergarten. I We went to the same school for kindergarten through 8th grade. We went to different high schools, but we did keep in touch. We were really good friends then. Still very good friends now. Kept in touch when I went to college. She didn't really go the college route. She joined the workforce, but we kept in touch. And then we talked about maybe about 4 years ago. We talked about recording our conversations. At the time, Fuck Checker wasn't opposed to talking, but she is now, so it's okay. She still helps out, and we still get to talk. And they're getting recorded. How about that? So the way that the podcast got started was Pepper and I talked 4 years ago. She said we should record these conversations. These are really funny. I bet you people would like them. And then we didn't really do anything and didn't really talk about it too much. 4 years later, we're sitting here with Cookie getting drunk and the same request. Hey, you guys should record this. This is really funny. So we decided to take our friend's advice and we started recording the show. And so the product that you hear every week is a product of two things. One, a request from our friends, and two, the fact that we need something, an excuse to drink on a Tuesday. Ta-da! All right, so that explains Pepper. And Jasmine. Jasmine and I met. This sounds funny, on Craigslist. The band was looking for at the time. The band was looking for a female vocalist. Jasmine read our ad and replied to us. Although she wasn't a good fit for the band, she was fucking super awesome and super cool and a fellow stoner. And she just kind of hung out and became one of the guys. And so, unofficial, fan of the band and, one of the homies. And been there for a long time, and then she decided to move out to the East Coast, and now she's there. So hopefully one of these days she comes and takes a vacation and comes to visit us. So really, I would say I'm the common denominator between Pepper and Cookie and Jasmine. Everybody kind of knows each other on the show, at least through me. But after extensive recording and hanging out and getting to know each other, we know each other pretty well, and have gotten a lot closer as friends, and are gonna be sharing more with you guys of our lives and the things that we do and things that happen to us, things that we like, things that we don't like. So I hope that filled in the gaps of the story, as far as origins and how we met and how we all know each other. So basically, we were all friends, or except for me and Cookie, who was family. Excuse me. And that's some of the Russian Imperial Stout that I just drank, creeping back up. Apologies. Let's see. Getting back to it. Blah 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 blah. Pepper. Wow, pepper. Oh, okay. No, that's for me. Jester. Ruth in Santa Clarita. Santa Clarita is here in California, so West Coast, West. Anyways, Ruth would like to know: is Cookie really gay, or is it just an act for the show? Yeah, Cookie really is gay. His mom outed him at a family party. I was there. Uh, not not the way that we thought he was gonna come out, but hey, whatever. That's his butthole. Yes, Cookie really is gay, and has been for quite some time. It's not just an act, but that's pretty funny. I gotta show him this one. Let's see. What is the next one? Jester, why don't we get to see... Sorry, this one's just came as anonymous. Jester, why don't we get to see your and Cookie's faces? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But not yet. Jasmine and Pepper are showing parts of their faces in their pictures, but they have been modified a bit, so even they aren't, completely showing, their faces either. And again, maybe one of these days we're going to, but for right now, I think we're kind of enjoying this, so we're just gonna go ahead and not. But if we ever decide to, then we will definitely let you know, and hey, then you'll get to see us. Until then, body shots only. Anyways, moving on. And this is coming from somebody else named Sam, but this time in Montana. Wow. They have internet out there? Anyways. He writes... Wow, okay, this is another one. Have you and Pepper ever hooked up? No, Pepper and I have never hooked up. Alright, on to the next. Wow, what's with all the Sams? Well, this one is Samantha, and Samantha is emailing us from Virginia. I wonder if she knows Jasmine. Anyways, Samantha would like to know what kinds of new things we have going for season 2. We've been talking about it for the last couple of shows, it says. Well, Samantha, dear, you're just going to have to wait and keep tuning in. This is kind of how this thing works. We record them, you come back and listen every week, and you get a surprise. And we give you something new or something that you liked. But don't worry, we're going to bring back a couple of the favorites that people did seem to like a lot, which was Would You Rather. You guys are some sick fucks. And the Urban Dictionary game actually did get a lot of likes, so I think we're going to do another installment of that Urban Dictionary game. So do look for that coming up as well. And we're going to go ahead and move on to another email. And this one is coming from Eric in Colorado. Eric in Colorado, light 'em up if you got 'em. That's funny. This question is about weed. All right. So Eric in Colorado writes, what is your all-time favorite weed? Wow. The list is long but distinguished. I'm going to keep it short. I'll just give you my top 3. All-time favorite is gonna be very old strain, very hard to get now, but very, very good in its original state. It is White Rhino. And again, it's one of those strains that I haven't been able to find frequently out here anymore. It was absolutely epic when I could get it, and one of my most favorite smokes that I ever had. So that's White Rhino. If we don't have White Rhino, I will take hands down, no questions asked, a very good Skywalker OG. My preference is for sativas, but hey, every once in a while you get sore, your back goes out, you get a headache, can't sleep. A nice, good Skywalker OG helped take care of that right up. The next, my third one is going to be Blue Dream. I don't know, just something about the way that one makes me feel. A very popular strain, very old. I've been smoking Blue Dream uh, for at least the last 4 or 5 years. When I can get my hands on a good batch of it, I am a super super happy camper. All right. And moving right along, we have Jesse in Oakland. Hello, Jesse. Huh. Cool. Another weed one. Jesse is asking, what is your preference for smoking? Is it a bong? Is it a pipe? Is it a joint? Jesse, my friend, I don't discriminate. I'm an equal opportunist. I do smoke out of everything. I once smoked out of a coupon because I didn't have any papers. Not the best smoke, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. My preference, I get what you're asking, and my preference, I would have to say, is most definitely smoking out of a bong. I smoke some pretty harsh shit sometimes, so I'm not trying to hack my lungs out. And my bong does have a ice catcher, so that's kind of cool. Um, and I don't always use it because kind of lazy sometimes, but it does come in handy. All right. Oh, yes, sorry. Before I move on, I also do have a vaporizer. I have a dab rig, and it's an old school dab rig, the ones that require these guys. And I'm not gonna show you the pieces yet until the lawyers say it's cool. Otherwise, I get a foot up my ass. Anyways, sorry, I'm trying not to bump the camera or the table. Um, let's see. Got a few more here. This is from Mark in Connecticut. Yo. Okay. Mark would like to know, uh, out of my fuck it bucket list, what, if I could only pick one, which one would I like to do again? Uh, huh. Damn, man, that's a good one. I don't know all of them, but uh, I'm gonna go with Sex in a Foreign Country. I know it may not have the wow factor of foursome, but do remember if it's in a foreign country, it means I traveled somewhere cool. So that's a win-win for me. And I'm not talking about Jasmine's cousin. All right. So moving right along. Let's see. Next one is from Harry in New York. Cool. What kind of things do you guys use to make your show? It sounds pretty clear, and it's not hard to hear all of you talk. Uh, well, Harry, I am using a Zoom R16 recorder, and it is a 8-track. It's the one that does not have the drum machine because, as you can see over, that shoulder there, or that one, um, we got a live kit in the house, so no point in having a drum machine and paying an extra $75 for it. I am also using Shure microphones. We do have a PG57, an SM58, actually a couple of SM58s, and I do also use a uh, blue ball mic. Let me see if I can swing this over here, and you guys can check it out. So this is the mic that I normally record the show with, and I'm going to go ahead and take this off for you so you can see the front of it, maybe. Yeah, there we go. So that little guy, that is the guy that I use to record. I don't know if Harry's going to be watching this. We're going to put it out to everybody, all the fans, all the people that listen, that I did do this, and it is on YouTube, available for you guys to check out. And so hopefully you guys get to see me answer your questions, and hopefully I gave you good answers. If not, just ask me some more, and I don't mind the least bit answering them. Yeah. So we talked about the recorder, talked about the microphones, and really that's about it. I'm recording to Adobe Audition 3.0. Yes, it is old, but hey, it's free, and Adobe put out their license key for it, so I have a full copy of the product. I've been using Adobe Audition for the last probably 5-6 years. It's been very reliable. It's been very good. I've recorded 2 albums on it for the Chronicles. I've also recorded a handful of demos on it for DMG and Malicious Intentions. We had a guest on the show, Ray. He also has recorded a couple of albums here with me, and so it's been a good workhorse. Again, pretty reliable. Fairly good sound that comes out of it, and the best part, it was free. So, yay. We do have a couple of computers in here that one is where Jasmine comes in, and I guess I'll get into more of that during a behind the scenes kind of like trip around the studio kind of deal, or kind of just showing you like how it is we do what we do here, in case you're interested. If not, that's still cool. Not everybody's cup of tea, but hey, if you want to know, I'll go ahead and throw one up there for you. All right, we got our last 2 here. Jester, do you and the rest of the cast... Oh, sorry. This is coming in from Tiffany in Las Vegas. And Tiffany in Las Vegas would like to know, she says, Jester, are you and the cast ever planning on doing anything live where you're out and about in public? We actually are. We've been talking about going to Vegas, probably going to be downtown, and hanging out and doing some live broadcasting down there. Again, since I'm using a Zoom R16, I do have the capability to just take it with me. It is portable. I can record to an SD card and then press the show down later. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to do any kind of a live video, but we'll do some video recording for you, and try to get that going with the sound too. So we put it up on the site, or we'll put it up on YouTube, and you can check it out. But yes, that is in the works. We would absolutely love to do that. We just need to work out some some timing and some logistics, and then we'll be out there. But we are going to be announcing the hell out of it when we do. So stay tuned, and we are going to be coming actually to your town pretty soon. So hang in there, kid. All right, and the last one. Well, it's taking a little while to open. Ah, there it goes. Yes. Uh, Jester, you seem to know a lot about movies and music. What are your favorite movies or bands or songs, that kind of thing. Holy shit, dude, we could be here all night. Movies. My all-time favorite movie is Saving Private Ryan. I don't know. I just really dig that movie. I was going to be a history teacher at one point. Didn't work out, but that's okay. Probably for the best. I also very much enjoy Dogma. One of my favorites. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is another big one. Uh, Super Troopers and Grandma's Boy. I could watch those movies over and over and over again. As far as music, I like a lot of stuff. A lot. I listen to classical music. I listen to classic rock. I, because of Fuck Checker, listen to some country. I do listen to rap and some R&B every once in a while. I do like Motown. I like lowrider oldies, not a stretch. I'm Mexican and grew up in East LA, so there's that. I also do like hard rock, metal, new metal. Um, I keep it moving around. I like a lot of different stuff. And if I think I had just to listen to only one type of music, I'd be very, very bored. But thankfully, I don't have to do that. My favorite bands: Rage Against the Machine and Linkin Park, and was very sad to hear about Chester Bennington's death. Uh, I really enjoyed their music. I thought he was a great artist. He was a great singer, and he will be missed. I also, let's see, I love the Wu Tang Clan. Have been a fan of theirs since I was about a freshman in high school. So going back to 1993, 1994. Rage Against the Machine. Love Rage. Listen to their the new stuff that they put out with Be Real and Chuck D. Gotta admit it, at first I wasn't feeling it. They were just doing covers, and then they dropped Living on the 110. And, I think I get down with that. I like it. I'm interested to see where it goes from there. Sorry that De La Rocha didn't want to hang around. I'm sure he had his own reasons, but hey, we still got Rage Against the Machine, even if it is fronted by somebody else. Hopefully that answered your questions. I don't know if that's exactly what you're going for, or if you wanted a bigger list, but I'm sure I could do one of those eventually. If you have more specific questions, about movies or music in particular, feel free to go ahead and send them in again, and I'll go ahead and read them off. All right. So this has been a good trial run, I think. Again, it's a little bit different with Cookie and Jasmine and Pepper, like not sitting here making commentary, but I think it went okay today, and we're gonna be doing this a lot more often. Like shooting some, maybe recording some promos, a little commercial here and there. But we'll see. We'll see what comes up. Again, just want to say to everybody that's out there listening and participating and sending your feedback in, we appreciate the hell out of you guys. Even though we're not doing this for money, it does make us feel good that we are making people laugh out there and making people feel like they're part of the group, and that they have a place to come and talk and bitch and complain and talk shit to people and make fun of things without worry of being ridiculed or mocked, or having a finger shaken at you, and that kind of thing. There's no filters here. We don't judge, and we're the last people to judge anybody. So, don't ever look for judgment coming out of here. A lot of shit talking, yeah, probably. But as far as judgment, nah, we're not about that. So, guys, It's been great. I do like doing this kind of thing, and so I think I am gonna be on here more often, and maybe we can have a live question and answer at some point. Alrighty. So until next time, take a toke and watch all your worries go up in smoke.